eating food.
I was really good at that game.
What do you mean you were good at? Didn't you just have to like hold down a trigger?
Yeah.
That was.
Well, I held it
you
down.
Were the best, buddy.
Like a boss.
Well, let's see if we can hold down this casting.
But you have to slow yourself down before you get to corners, because otherwise you fly off the corner, James. You got to know. How, when to press and when not to press.
Okay, well, thank you for the info. Let's see if these guys can press their guns at the right time and win this pistol round. Na'Vi going for 4 Kevlars and a defuse kit and the HG onto Flamey on the CT side. 4 Kevlars for CyberZen as well. Advent's going to be the nade man with the flash and the smoke and the bomb. Harkens back to the old train where you'd see that smoke plant almost every round from the T's. But we are onto new train now, and one wonders where that bomb is headed. Not really giving anything away at the moment. CyberZen pretty much spread out across the map, perhaps looking for a pick somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, if there's to be any aggression or anything like that. But the thing is, on this map, you want to just hold back as a CT side, exactly as we're seeing Na'Vi do. They want to play those ranges with the USPs. Edwards is the most forward man. He's going to be playing it very cautiously, though. He just wants to get a bit of information. You can see he's going to fall back to some safer spots. But here it is. It's go time for CyberZen. Straight into the A yard now, trying to challenge, and they're finding those headshots. 2 players down now for the Na'Vi side as they try to hold tight to that bomb site. Guardian trying to prevent the plant from happening, but he can't do so, leaving Flamey in a 1 versus 4. Very hard situation, shot in the side of the face, and CyberZen will take the round after a very patient opening.
Indeed, and I was expecting a smoke plant to come in, and it was somewhat similar to the vein the old train smoke plant was done. So a good start here for CyberZen on the T side. Now let's see if they can hold on this anti-eco or anti-force buy. We'll see the buy come in. Oh, the Deagle's coming out. We've got the Butcher buy coming in from Na'Vi. Straight Deags looking to hit these meat shots on CyberZen, but will they be able to? Saw some 1 Deags in the previous map. Nothing happening just yet, though. The AK and the MAC-10 coming in to do the damage onto the CT side. Flamey's taken 1 down, but that's going to be all heroes. Zeus and Guardian remain. Not much going on for Zeus, though. He's picked up a MAC-10, but he's only got 20 HP. He will fall as well, so it's now down to Guardian to try and get some 1 Deags in.
I got to say, the Deagle is a cruel mistress sometimes with the RNG and whether they're able to hit the first couple bullets. But Na'Vi did actually get a lot of opportunities there. That could have actually gone very badly for CyberZen. But luckily for them, those first couple bullets didn't tend to connect from most of the shots of Na'Vi. So we'll see.
Do you like a cruel mistress, Dan?
A cruel mistress? It depends, James.
I think you need one in your life.
Do I need a cruel mistress? Well, I don't know, James. But what I do know is that we have 4 nades here on Na'Vi, which means that we could see almost a nuclear explosion here in CyberZen. Let's see if they're able to pick the right spots here with the grenades. They're still yet to throw those HEs. And looks like they were ready for a big play into the B site, but instead, Na'Vi will see that CyberZen have moved into the A-bomb site.
So Na'Vi are going to be coming in from the back, it seems. And we might see some nades flying in. They still have 3 to deploy here. But they're going 1 by 1. So we're not going to see the glory we were looking for. CyberZen holding well for the moment. No kills yet. Well, there goes Advent. So some damage done by Guardian. Flamey will get taken down. The bomb continues to tick. C's coming in for the flank, but Zoking seems to have an inkling. Oh, looking away just at the wrong time there. But he'll spin back to get that frag. So the bomb is soon to go down. Edward's going to pick up a an MP7, excuse me, what I'm talking about. They're all dead, Dan. Coming into the buy round now. Only 2 players surviving for CyberZen. We'll see how much money they'll have left after their buy, following these floaty cams, Dan.
Yeah, one thing that's quite cool actually from Zokin, we've seen his POV a few times. The way that he uses his mouse, it looks to me like he's using mouse excel, just the way that he's flicking around. And that's pretty cool. That style is not bad by any means. It's cool to see that he's rocking that, and he's been pretty efficient so far with it. But now comes the buy. We've got the Open Guardian.
Interestingly, sorry to interrupt you, Dan, but Savage, maybe expecting Na'Vi to be lacking helmets, has stayed with his MAC-10. But in fact, well, actually, Guardian's got no armor, but other than that, Seized doesn't have a helmet, but the rest do. So I think that play might not work out for Savage.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that actually does end up panning out. I mean, they could sacrifice him as the first man in. It's likely what he's going to be doing. So he might not be long for this world anyway. And in fact, he will go down immediately. Flamey up on top of the train there, able to get multiple kills as it's now just 2 players left for CyberZen. The bomb has rolled down the slope into the bomb site, but there is nobody here from the T side to collect it. Flamey's still sitting there in this choke point, very, very confident in his position. Nice picks coming in from TB and Misuki of CyberZen. But again, that bomb's still in a precarious spot. Na'Vi, the ball is in their courts.
Well, let's see what the T's are doing here, because they seem to be moving around. Going for a boost over the top to see if there's anybody standing on top of a train. So CyberZen using their last 2 players quite smartly, but they won't find any engagements yet. Guardian is in the connector area, but he's not overextending in a way where CyberZen might get a punish. You can see him with the AWP as well. From that range, a flash will only go so far. Edwards coming in for the flank as well now, so Na'Vi not going to be resting on their laurels. Guardian taking down TB, leaving only Mizuki, who will get taken down as well, and Na'Vi are on the scoreboard.
Yeah, so I mean, really that rush just got stopped by Flamey, just sitting on top of the train there. That was a pretty big deal. And once CyberZen lost the first couple players, they just couldn't get through the choke point. And it's going to be quite curious to see whether or not Na'Vi will be able to continue this momentum, because there's only one real solid buy left out of the CyberZen here. And we've got the AWP onto Savage once again. Are we going to be picking action? It would be nice to see Savage get something from T main there.
That's a reasonable nade coming into T main. But CyberZen have since abandoned it. What am I talking about? No, they haven't. They've got 2 people in there.
Wow.
Guardian taking down Misuki towards the Ivy area, so a strong hold from Na'Vi so far, considering team main is smoked off. Yeah, I thought they were above on the radar, but in fact they were below. So.
Zeus is playing the pressure into team main incredibly well. The grenades, the 4 grenades, and the spam before Savage could even see a play. He's down to 12 HP. In fact, Zeus now pushing the issue. This is actually a very smart play, getting up and close to these positions. Savage has no idea. He's going to go down for free, and Zeus has done his job now. And there's no picking to be had here for CyberZen. Edward is lurking by the electric box, looking to hold things down. Zeus will finally be removed from his forward position, but there's only 1 player left here from CyberZen. They have been dismantled in this round by Na'Vi, and their smart play. Na'Vi showing that they are a seasoned, trained side in all the tricks.
Bearing in mind CyberZen won the pistol, let's see how many more rounds they can get on the T side here, because I do wonder if Na'Vi are just going to run a train, so to speak, on the CyberZen side now. We shall see. Let's have a look at the buy. Don't need the scoreboard on, because all the information is also here. So CyberZen are going to be on the eco for this round. Just the smoke and a flash. So it looks like they may be going for a desperation smoke plant to try and get some information. Sorry, to try and get some bonus money in the next round. We might see that smoke. Well, that's an interesting spot for it, actually. Trying to deny the information that they're going to try and walk past the angle. Seems Advent setting up for the pop flash here, and Flamey is going to be able to avoid it just in time. He's a bit vulnerable to the one-shots, but he's got great support coming in from C's again, who actually stole a lot of kills from Flamey in the previous time that happened from range. So a nice hold there from Na'Vi. They're just ready for this all day.
Yeah.
SpongeBob's made an appearance.
Yeah, I do wonder, you know, if we'll have a situation where, you know, CyberZen have brought a toy car to a monster truck show, but so the AKs are out. Previously, Na'Vi showed that they were very, very good at applying pressure when CyberZen try to play it slow and play for picks. So this would be a good spot for CyberZen to try to go for a fast challenge, see if they can really use the aim and the mechanics that they definitely have to play with. But Na'Vi, you know, they got Edward up close on Squeaky Pop Dog, and he's gonna be able to stop any quick plays.
Nice arrows.
Misuki able to take down Guardian, and we might have a bit of a push here from Flamey as well. He's holding very close. Here goes CyberZen with the push. Flamey in position. First player down. Would he get the second one? No. Zokin gets the trade. Seized is in though with a frag towards Ali, and that is going to make the difference here for Na'Vi. 3 versus 3, and the bomb still needs to go down towards this was A or B site. There's still both opportunities left available.
Moving into A are the T's, and Zeus is going to be a while on this flank, so let's have a look at another perspective perhaps. The bomb has gone down. There is C's coming in to connect with the AWP, and we've got Edward out of position as well. So this might be a bit awkward, but with Zeus moving towards team main, there are 2 defuse kits on these CT, so this is doable. Maybe he can be the key player, because you can see the position of Savage, who's surely going to get taken down by Zeus very shortly. Indeed, there's 2 for Zeus, taking down Zoking as well, and that should be the round shutout if they can find Advent while this defuse comes in.
And there it is. Advent gives his position away, and Zeus cleans up. Really well handled there by Zeus. He's been on point actually in the last map as well. He was really showing a great level of execution moving into these battles, and he's got a really high consistency so far in this series. CyberZen can just barely squeeze out some more AKs with the bomb being planted, and a decent selection of grenades as well, but it's going to be tough right now because I would like to see them just barrel into the A yard and see what they can just get done with aim alone in a fast round. It would be nice to see that. There's something that they haven't really gone to just yet.
So there's a lurker towards... Well, no, never mind, he's dead. That's not a good start for CyberZen. And again, I think there's a fair chance that Na'Vi may just string a lot of rounds together, because the way they're responding to CyberZen looks really hard for CyberZen to deal with. Na'Vi choosing the right times to go for super aggressive holds here. We have got Zeus going down at the moment. It looks like CyberZen are going to be executing towards the B bomb site, where they have 3 of their 4 players. So I do wonder if there's going to be a bit of distraction run by Savage towards A, or if he's going to go for that rotation. Na'Vi, again, look at the aggression over towards the A side. They've got somebody close main, somebody close pop, somebody close Ivy. So should CyberZen choose to go for an A execute, they could be shut out. But now we're seeing the fast rotation from Na'Vi coming into the speed.
Flamey's going to go down off the bomb train there. So some space has been cleared here for CyberZen to plant the bomb. They've got players forward in the yard. This is a really solid push now. Zoking just hiding there close to the Z connector, looking to lurk his way in there potentially. And he knows there are players around him. Guardian is playing defensively. Great shot there, turning around, dropping Zoking, but in comes Savage for that trade. And that was a brilliant finish there from CyberZen. Really, really nice finish indeed. After losing a player early on, they salvaged that round.
Well, I'm just waiting to see what kind of buy is coming out for the teams. But first, the floaty camera.
It's going for a while. There we go.
I mean, we really need to see more of what the teams are buying during that time. That would be a lot more useful. The first pick attempt's going to be missed. Guardian's going to get the advantage for his team early on. So we can see the buy has come out for both teams once again. But the nades are quite limited on the Na'Vi side. So that advantage is going to be an important one. They have only got 1 smoke, so we'll see where that goes. They have smoked off main in other rounds. Bit of a war of attrition here. The bomb is still in control of the T's, but they've lost almost all their personnel.
3 horse. One thing I like about this style of play from Na'Vi is that they are basically being aggressive to the point where CyberZen, they had a plan. Then constantly Na'Vi will be disrupting it. Oh, the doubles on the spray down.
Nice.
That is pretty brutal. And now CyberZen actually have a chance in this round. We've got 2 orbs left, Seized and Guardian. Now
they've got lots of time as well.
Yeah, they don't really want to challenge some of these long channels because of the orbs. But there's so many spots that the orbs could be looking at. They just have to find those holes. It's going to be quite difficult to do so. But here they go. They're making their way through the secret area. Will they go down to inner? There's the smoke to cover. Seized over the top of the smoke, though. This could be very, very bad indeed, and CyberZen will lose Advent. Kind of giving the game away as well slightly because they didn't see the bomb just yet.
Yeah, very nice commitment by Seized. No player coming in from upper B, so he was a bit exposed there. And again, just good responses from Na'Vi. Seized finishing off the job. He has been a massive problem over towards the B bomb site for CyberZen, especially when you've had Flamey playing up close as well. But even when Flamey's gone down, they're still doing great work, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, every player from Na'Vi really packs a punch, and we are indeed seeing that. CyberZen do have 4 rounds on the board. But Na'Vi's trying to take a lot more control. You can see the first full eco out of CyberZen. Just 2 PT-50s, that's it. Not even any grenades. They're going to be marching their way like lemmings towards the B-bomb site. Potentially here. Or actually some players towards Pop Dog as well. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's a good start. But how much can they capitalize on this? There's a second player coming in for Na'Vi over towards the B-bomb site. And it seems that smoke from the CTs will cause some aggression from the Ts who are trying to do something about it before getting choked off, but that's not going to happen for them. Misuki's picked up an AWP and he's managing to punish Edward actually. So now, again, they've got a minute 10 on the clock here and an AWP. So if they can use it wisely, it's going to be hard to do it on the B-bomb site other than upper for obvious reasons. And you can see Na'Vi will also know this, and you can see Zeus has put himself in an advantageous position considering these Ts don't have any armor, which I'm sure Na'Vi can expect considering the fact that they're on an eco. Means that, again, basically Na'Vi are showing a good reaction to what's going on. They've positioned themselves well, but if the flood comes out into T main, then who knows what can happen. So what is the play from CyberZen? Can they make the right decision? It's a bit paper, rock, scissors at the moment.
Yeah, well, have to see. Zeus is holding down Pop Dog, but he's the only outside presence so far for his team. He's going to actually make his way up the stairs, and you'll find a Glock-wielding Advent who will promptly be eliminated as the rest of his teammates go into the A-bomb site. And Na'Vi still a little bit slow to this realization. Still 3 players on B, still with no vision towards A. They seem to be very, very scared of the AWP in Misuki's hands, but the bomb will be planted. That's a big win now for CyberZen. And around like this, and with already 2 kills as well, and a chance to win it, there's the first flick shot. Misuki cannot afford to miss that, and that's another opportunity missed on Guardian, moving through connector safely. Misuki missing again, the aim punch really proving a problem for him there. He's going to have to back away now and try to save this AWP.
Yeah, I think because he doesn't have any armor, he really... He moves before taking the AWP shot, basically. But I think he was so paranoid about losing the AWP potentially that he was a bit too quick on the left hand there, just moving out of position. This spray down was quite fortunate though.
Yeah, it was a lot of damage.
Indeed. So indeed, that damage may pay off later on. Although Na'Vi is still looking good for the time being, 6-4 at present. The AWP onto both sides, although C's has picked up an AWP as well.
Yeah, and I really have been enjoying the presence from Na'Vi, how they are trying to constantly force CyberZen to have to make decisions and to go away from their initial plan. That can just destroy some teams. Some teams need the initial plan. They're not so good at thinking things up on the fly and coordinating themselves. So if you're keeping that pressure alive, Na'Vi are putting CyberZen in hard positions. But this round is a little bit different. They do have players who are forward on the A yard, but they are taking things a little bit more reactively, waiting for CyberZen to make a move. And we can see Savage looking for the pick from T-Main with the AWP. Seized here from Na'Vi with his AWP towards the upper area of the B-bomb site. Now
should be a connector smoke.
The nades start to flow into the A site.
Oh, they've gone for the wall of smokes here, but look at the forward position of Edward. Again, Na'Vi been very, very good with the aggressive positionings onto CyberZen, and the bomb gets dropped here by Guardian. Guardian getting 3 frags in this round. Again, we said he would be a problem, but that much is obvious. And again, the aggression coming in from Na'Vi, not allowing CyberZen to do anything they want to. The Na'Vi will is being imposed on them at every stop. So this is being this map is going to be quite troublesome for CyberZen. Again, they've got 4 rounds, but they've only got 1 round since the pistol and the 2 ecos from Na'Vi.
The 3 AWPs again from Na'Vi, indeed. So looks like a pause has been called there. One thing I really want to see from CyberZen, I mentioned it earlier, is I want to see a fast play into A, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Well, one of them is if you feel like a team is strategically or from a setup perspective, a little bit stronger than you, you want to try to make it so that there are like less decisions, because the longer you play around against a team that you think is better than you, the more times that they will have to exert their advantage in skill.
Their dominance. So
if you have a shorter round with like an A push, you're kind of limiting the factors at play to execution and coordination. Those are the 2 things. And if you hit those initial shots, then you're in. That might work. And usually you will see most teams will try that at least once. They haven't gone to that yet. They've played most of their rounds very slow. They're trying to get an advantage. They're trying to play the mid round off of that. But Na'Vi is even though they are on the CT side, they are getting way too much out of these slow plays.
Yeah, and the question is, do the Chinese side even realize what's going on here? The fact that their real estate is just being snapped up by Na'Vi. They don't have many safe places. on the proverbial Monopoly board there.
And one thing you have to think about as well is that, they've been trying to, rightly so, rely on Savage, early into some of these rounds when he has an AWP to get the picks onto the map. I don't think that's even happened once yet. He's always smoked off. He's always getting pressured close with grenades and with M4 We've seen Zeus pushing aggressively into that position into the mid round as well. So generally speaking, he's not been able to get much done from that position. If he goes to Ali, he's going to be challenging against Guardian on the AWP. And Masuki's done that a couple of times. He gets eliminated every time. And maybe you can try to do that, but it's very risky because first it's Guardian, and two, you've got to have the nades for it. So there's no easy answer to this. But I would like to see an aggression. They need to try to test that.
Yeah, Ivy seems like a no-go.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Guardian, like he's one step ahead of him.
Done.
He knows what to expect. Like when they jump on the green box there, he's already aiming for them to be on the green box to shoot him in the chest. So that's pretty much a no-go. But if they're opting to head in that direction with 2 players now, I'm really curious to see what kind of approach there will be.
Boom, there it is.
Savage takes down Guardian, and he's going to rotate his position.
Because they had a bait set up there. I mean, we didn't see it happen, but that was the idea. In fact, there was tagging even. So we had the bait setup did do the damage. But Flamey's going to spot a couple more players there towards Secret. I'm not sure if did he see the bomber? I think he may have seen the bomber actually.
Yeah, he should have seen the bomb on the radar. So what is the play from CyberZen? It's 4 versus 4. Both teams have tagged players. There is still a T behind the structure in Ivy. Zeus is having to play. It looks like Zeus is headed over there to look for some information. So there's going to be a duel coming up, and we're not going to see it.
So Bomb is moving its way in towards the B site now, and this is something that Na'Vi should be able to deal with. They have 2 players there, and one of which is Cease with the AWP longer range. We can see him right there. He's going to take down Savage. That's a big deal. Savage, of course, was AWPing. Tag on to Zoking.
Did he just do a jumping 360?
This is not good for CyberZen.
This is like death by paper cuts.
It is, and it looks like a similar story to Mirage. Now, we saw that some of these initial rounds from CyberZen, but they're not able to get it done on the buy rounds. Okay, give me that mid aggression. Sorry, the A yard aggression, the fast one. Just get the bodies in there. So here we go. We can see that they have AKs on their backs, and they have Molotovs as well.
So what have we seen? We've seen a wall of smokes on the site itself on A. We saw the smoke plant on the pistol round. So it seems smokes is the key here for CyberZen in their initial aggression. But then again, look, you can see Na'Vi already have the high ground on A. They can smoke off main, which they've done to some degree, and just look on top of it as well. So, and you can see the passive position. So CyberZen, they don't want to take the initial duels.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a... Well, we'll see a quick kill coming in from Mizuki. He managed to take down Guardian. He was pushing aggressively on Ali there. But as you say, because they're a little bit too timid, you miss the timing, because you can go in as the nades are popping from Na'Vi, because Na'Vi are throwing grenades to stop fast timings. We saw the nade on Pop Dog, the smoke on Pop Dog, and the smoke on T-Main. And that will stop you. But if you're really fast, you can go straight through it. But you can't be messing around. You've got to have good spawn, you've got to go for it. And CyberZen a little bit too timid to do that just yet. But they do have that first kill onto Guardian now. Can they get anything else done? Cease is in a position with the AWP. He's going to reposition now back towards the connector area. And he's the only guy there for Na'Vi at the moment. So this could work out here for CyberZen.
I think we have a pop flash coming in. And indeed, people will be blind. Cease is going to fall to the flames here. So CyberZen looking good for the moment. 5 versus 3. The rotation is coming in, but now there's only 2 players left for Na'Vi. I do wonder how much money they have left. You can see Zeus with only $500 in the bank there. This is the second last round of the first half, so you have to wonder if they're going to try and go for the save. Zeus missing the shot there, not able to follow up with the P250 either. So the entire CyberZen team will survive the second last round. And fourth round on the board for them. We'll see if they can take the last one.
And the problem there is Siege is just completely out of position. And of course, you can't necessarily know when they're coming in. So it's kind of misfortunate that he's repositioning in that time. But he was a little bit too committed as well at that same time. We saw him get caught in a forward spot, flashed, and then Molotov.
This is the second last round, so I made a misread. So Zeus is down to the Deagle now. Guardian, AWP, no armor. Seized is going to be on the AWP as well. He was doing so good with the M4 as support for Flamey, actually, that I'm surprised he's continuing with the AWP, because it doesn't seem necessary for them, but They will continue. He's going to get naded and lose half his life, but there we go, making the shot onto Zoking. And maybe this is a change of setup, so Flamey survives more often. We'll have to see how things progress in the dying rounds of the first half. CyberZen losing a player and with not really reacting at the moment. They're going for a double peek towards B, but Seized has since left the area.
Okay, so it's going to be a tough situation to save for CyberZen. Again, now we see a bit of a different play coming in from Na'Vi. They've got Flamey on the B-bomb site. He's close with the M4. And CyberZen once again taking it slow, looking to get the pick, more picks it, or a pick to try to even things up. Mizuki smoked off on Ali, so it's not coming easily here for CyberZen. And with Na'Vi's setup, they're pretty safe. I mean, Flamey's in the committed position, but he should be able to get a kill or two. And with already a man advantage, now 2-man advantage, Flamey's not even yet discovered. This is a disaster right now for CyberZen. They need something special.
And there's still not really much going on. They're all split up as well, so there won't be any trade frags coming in just yet. Savage made his way onto the side, but got taken down by the Deagle of Zeus, and finally we're seeing the frags start to come in for CyberZen. 2 players left, and they'll take 2 players from Na'Vi. Zeus caught out of position, so all of a sudden it's gone from a 5 versus 2 to a 2 versus 2. One player on both sides is heavily tagged as well, but the clock is against the T's. They've got 10 seconds to plant this bomb. And you can see Flamey trying to position himself as much as he can, but the bomb's not planted for him. Finally goes down.
No nades here for Na'Vi. There's the peak. Flamey wins the battle against Advent. Just Masuki left now. He's already got a frag on the board, but he needs 2 more to secure this round for his team. And here comes the challenge. He knows Flamey's moving for it, and he's going to miss the shot. Very unfortunate there for Masuki. He did. I mean, they did a good job to try to save that round, but it will be Na'Vi's, and they'll get themselves to 9 now. So I mean, 10-5 is that is fine. That is fine to go into the second half as a 10-5, but maybe they can scrape one more for CyberZen on the T side, getting 5 rounds. That's pretty fine, and they have the opportunity here to get 6 still. So
yep, they've only got 2 rounds since the knife and the follow-ups. So we'll see if they can get a third. The double ops continues. Use down to the, well, I'll say it down rather than he's gone up to the Hamas from the Deagle, which he started with in the previous round. So it is finally the last round of the first half, and now we're going to see some fast aggression from CyberZen.
Yeah, the fast play comes in. Need to get the fast forward positions here. The smokes are going down. So you can see Na'Vi responding to this. Nice shot on top of the train from Seized. And Seized just going for it right now. Pulls out the pistol. Still looking for the action. And it's just Mizuki left. So this has really gone very poorly indeed for CyberZen. I'm not sure if Mizuki has been discovered, but the bomb is on the bomb site. There is no recovering that one with CTs everywhere. I mean, the few players are quite tagged. But this is going to have to be hero mode. I have to see Mizuki turn into Hercules or something, but it's not going to happen. 10-5. Again, that is totally fine for CyberZen, but they do need to win that pistol round.
Yeah, the bomb actually fell onto the middle of the bomb site. Could not have hardly been in a worse position. Look at that flying up there, just exposed to almost everywhere. But again, so perhaps that's why we didn't see the fast aggressions from CyberZen. I'm not sure if they got a single kill in that round. So it seems, I don't know if it was like a coordination there, or they just couldn't find the frags after the push. But there we go, 10-5 in favor of Na'Vi. We should be going into the second half shortly. What are your expectations here?
Well, I mean, first things first. The pistol round is going to dictate everything. CyberZen need it. They can potentially get to a 10-10 situation if they do that. But otherwise, it is going to probably be game over for them. So let's see if they can get the shots they need. We already will see a couple of players spotted there from CyberZen. There's no rotation, as there shouldn't be just yet. They have not seen the bomb. Na'Vi are just toying with them at this stage, and this is very standard. CyberZen playing very, very far back, trying to get the most out of the USPs.
Yeah, they will have superior range to the default Glocks of the Na'Vi side. Looks like Guardian was lining up a smoke grenade there, which would be different to the standard one, which you bounce towards connector. But we saw the counterplay to that from, I think it was Seized earlier on, but this is the pistol, so that will be a bit more difficult. No real indication as to where the bomb might be headed. You can see Edward is over towards Pop Dog, and Guardian's looking to join them, so it might be a bit of a split into the A bomb site here, but the bomb's gone down.
Yeah, they wanted to delay with the smoke from Guardian there, but delay or not, Savage is going to be wrecking them with that USP long range. Couple kills coming in from him. Can Na'Vi turn this one around? We got everybody from CyberZen challenging into the A yard where the bomb is, and there is nothing to be said or spoken of from Na'Vi's perspective at the moment. Flamey is he even going to get a kill here for his team? He's backing away. He's getting challenged here aggressively by CyberZen. That's going to be a clean sweep for CyberZen. And I mean, the idea was okay from Na'Vi. I mean, they had Guardian throwing down the smoke and the flash into the B site. Would be nice to see him actually push down with it as well, to see if he could get like a one-on-one. But it's going to be a 10-6 for CyberZen. So there's hope alive for them yet. But the deeks come out, James.
I wonder if there's full comfort for CyberZen yet, because the player closest to the camera, you can see at the end of the round repeatedly, he's just doing really aggressive mouse movements. So I think he's just trying to get familiar with perhaps what he is used to at home. And indeed, the Deagles do come out as they did on the other half for Na'Vi. Not the full butcher buy this time. There is a Tech 9 in play from Flamey, who can be the point man running around trying to get those dirty headshots. And indeed, he's doing exactly that. But both players are going to be blind, and they'll both make it out of life for the time being. That spray through the smoke, almost getting a frag there. Flamey left with 3 HP. I have more fingers than he has hit points right now, which is good for me.
Oh, but it begins. Zeus is going to be making very quick work of one player, and we've got more kills coming in now as the T's are able to afford themselves an entry into the A site. And there's Mizuki though by the train. He's got the SMG in hand, but his teammates are falling all around him. Can he hold it on to this? It looks like he won't. Guardian's going to deny him. The Deeg is enough. And that's 11-6. And that is a huge, huge round, because now that means that the economy of the CT side, the Chinese team, CyberZen, has been reset. They've got to go for the double eco, James.
It all looked so good, Dad.
It did.
It's like you have this nice lollipop, you know, it's beautiful, it's shiny, it's a gorgeous raspberry color, and then you drop it into some mud. And now it's covered in crap, Dan. You have to walk away with a tear in your eye. Sadness.
They have a Deeg. Savage got a Deeg. Maybe they can be hope. And they've got 3 players towards inner as well. Maybe this can work out. We'll have to see as the frags start to rain in for Na'Vi. So, looks like...
It does not appear to be working out there.
No, it doesn't. No lollipops for them.
No lollipops indeed. Savage though with 2 frags, looking to potentially pick up another one. Still with just a Deeg. Guardian is Deegable. We will see. Only 3 Na'Vi players as well, so post-plant it might be a bit tricky to make sure they have all the angles covered, because there are 5 entries into the B-bomb site and only 3 T's to cover them.
Some good math there, James.
Thank you very much. Dan, 1 + 2 is 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Just an FYI.
Thank you.
You are most welcome.
So it does look like Na'Vi are going to be in a position to run away with this one, as we get the final frag there. Savage is eliminated, and now we will get to see maybe soon the the exact by the teams moving into this next round. Na'Vi, of course,
more floaty cam
with control. I think this is like last about 10 seconds. I think the entire freeze time, I guess.
Floaty, floaty, floaty. Floaty and more floaty.
Okay, so there it is. So the AWP is on Savage, and we've got the MAC-10 on Seized, and there is a severe lack of helmets, so this could be a bit brutal.
Yeah, now this is where the MAC-10 can come in. We saw this idea try to be played by CyberZen, although it didn't quite work out because there were a few helmets, although this time there's only one. Savage with no armor. We've seen a lot of AWP, no armor. Ooh, who's going to see who first? This is a bit ridiculous. Zeus is going to get taken down. Did not see Advent there on the other side of that wooden and concrete pillar. So advantage CyberZen while they're in a sticky situation. They have 3 flashbangs and that's it. No kit, not much else.
Yeah, it's really, really rough. And, you know, I think that really forward smoke is a pretty big telegraph of what's going on, but we will move on from that point. We've got the push coming in from the T's now into the yard. They don't want any more funny business, just going straight up for the aim battles. And so far, Guardian's able to make good work of this. He's managed to pick up 2 kills for his team, but his comrades are falling. He's only got C's to play with as Mizuki goes over the top there in. Connector just trying to get a good angle into the yard to see what's going on. C's and Guardian now in a position to coordinate themselves in, and there is some nice tap-in action from Seized. And they might just be able to get the bomb down. There's plenty of time still to play with.
Masuki saw a Guardian's head there. I think he didn't see it, but a question mark probably came up on his radar. So, ooh, he's going to get shot straight in the face, leaving Advent alone, and Advent threw the nade at the same time, I think. So, oh no, the nade came his direction actually. So, seems to have an inkling as to where he is though. Almost a bit of a crossfire here. Got himself a 1 versus 1, but the AK will be mightier than the lowly MP7 on this occasion.
Guardian just killed everyone there by himself with the AK, and this is one of the reasons. This is going to sound stupid. It's one of the reasons why Guardian is another reason why I consider him the best AWP player in the world. Of course, he's not using an AWP there, but the fact is that when he doesn't have an AWP, he's still very impactful, and he's one of the very few top level AWPers that is as impactful with the rifle as you just saw there. So definitely one for the fantasy teams is Guardian. Always going to be getting the kills in. AWP or no? Oh,
that's a good start. P250 coming in, and they're going to steal an AK and get the hell out of Dodge, so to speak. They had 4 people on the B bomb site, and Na'Vi have taken advantage of that. Again, the reaction from Na'Vi in this match overall has just been far superior. And look at the advantages put them in despite losing that AK. Although now they're down to 5 versus 3, and these final players are going to have to put in work. Flamey doing well so far, got himself a 3K, and that's a great start leaving. That's taken the AK away as well, so they have the CZ and the USP left on the remaining CyberZen players. No kit either, so you cannot expect much from what's left of the CyberZen team. It seems that Na'Vi are headed towards their 14th round. Is victory certain?
yeah, absolutely. It does look that way. It looks like somewhat of a repeat of Mirage. CyberZen, you can see their plans, their strategies. You can see that they've got some skills there, but generally speaking, I mean, it's a huge mix of things. Na'Vi are one of the best teams in the world. They are a team also that knows how to adapt. They're a team that can make good ground calls. Yeah.
Flamey lighting them up.
Yep. Yeah, that's the individual skill. It's pretty overwhelming in spots. I mean, we saw Guardian there, for example, getting 4 kills to the AK in a round that looked lost for his team. And these rounds make the difference. So here we go. 14-6, double AWP, Savage and Masuki. Is that enough? Is that enough to deal with Na'Vi?
Well, I do wonder the fashion in which they will use these AWPs. You saw CyberZen use the AWPs towards, well, on Mirage, they put one person B to allow them to have more people towards mid and A. So we'll see in what fashion it's going to be used at the moment. Na'Vi, could they be going for a fast play? Masuki is going to be up close with the AWP towards B. Edward gets taken down. That's going to slow whatever ideas Na'Vi had. But Savage has been naded into oblivion. That was brutal. Guardian coming in with another frag as well. And it may be curtains for the CyberZen show.
That's going to feel so bad because just when the nade came in, he got pre-fired through the smoke. Just like a couple bullets, just enough to get him low enough to just completely destroy him. That is really gutting there for Savage. So, I mean, we'll have to see if they can recover from this. Of course, we have another player going down. Masuki is out of the picture as well for CyberZen. So things are going to be looking, well, going from bad to worse here. God, TV just kind of trying to flash his way back into Ali, get some information for the team. But this is such a hard spot on train because there's so much space to cover. And with so few players, there's bound to be a lot of holes for the T's to exploit. And what better team than Na'Vi? But what an angle! Great stuff there from Advent. Don't see that very often. And that will even up things on the numbers.
There's 40 seconds, which is a world of time for Na'Vi to try and close out this round, and that's a very good start. 2 super fast frags, leaving Advent alone here, trying to stop Na'Vi from making it to match point. He's going to be moving towards Connector, but surely he can't do this. That nade's not going to help either. Ooh, that was meaty as hell. So what is his play? He's going to just make a run for it, or a walk. So we'll see what CyberZen have to play with in the following round, how much money they have. Times are hard, Dan.
Yeah, they're really hard. I mean, it's the down to match point. Again, it's probably going to be the same scoreline as Mirage. And Advent trying to survive, but he's going to get eliminated finally. So Na'Vi, match points. And they never really looked like they were going to slow down. Never really looked in trouble. Can always rely on Guardian. And Zeus has been hitting some great shots as well. C's been doing a good job with the AWP overall. Apart from, I think, one positional error. But it was not really much to say negatively about Na'Vi's play so far. Just outclassing CyberZen. It's as simple as that. Perhaps some growing pains as well for CyberZen moving into playing against European teams.
Double scouts. This is definitely a desperation buy here. Just a 5-7 for TB, and the end may well be nigh here for CyberZen. Though they're off to a good start. Zeus has been taken down, but again, double scouts on train not going to be easy, especially with Guardian on the hunt. Edward coming in through Pop Dog, but they've given themselves a 2-man advantage now. Can they pick up any weapons? Somehow this buy is working out for CyberZen. Only Edward and Seize remain, but they haven't been able to get much of an upgrade just yet. There was an AK, but that's been taken back down by Edward. We'll see if they can recover any more. Looking for the taps, but unable to make that connection. So it's Seized with the bomb and 50 HP versus a CyberZen who may have an opportunity to upgrade some of these weapons now.
So they're hanging on by their fingernails on the edge of the cliff at the moment, but they are still holding strong. Now, if they can survive with 4 players, that would be nice because, you know, it would be really good to build bank. So he's looking to do some damage here, gets an extra kill before finally being taken down. So 15-7, CyberZen do actually have a position here where they can maybe get another round because the money on Na'Vi is pretty lackluster. So things will be rather tough indeed for CyberZen, no matter which way you color it. But considering Na'Vi and the way that they've been winning rounds, it's hard to really say where the edge will be for CyberZen. Feels like it's an inevitability. We've got the Open Guardian again. And where is he going to take this one?
Well, that smoke is in position once more. Last time we saw that there were limited resources for the CT side, but this time there'll be a lot more. Advent playing around the corner. There's some walking going on. Gonna spot. Oh, there's going to be a firing squad of Na'Vi players to take Advent down. They're going to play with that and move very quickly into the B bomb site. Second frag coming in now, and CyberZen are going to have to make their way through the choke points. This is going to be a huge problem for them. Edward spotted a player, unable to make the connection, and he can't really duel because he's only got 12 HP. He's going to move out of position, and Guardian's coming in for the save there. Great response from Na'Vi. They'll finish off the round elsewhere. 16-7, 2-0. Na'Vi take the first match of these finals.
Edward looks so weird without a beard, man.
We've got the high five.